What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you with another one. And this one is, there's only 3 things that can happen in the Dexter New Blood season finale. Dexter lives, Dexter dies, or Dexter gets captured. In this video, I'm going to go through all the things I could think of on all 3 fronts, how it would be plausible if all of those things or a couple of those things could happen. Let's do this. What up to my thugs, nerds, freaks, and geeks who are now rocking with the best of Don Tony Teflon? If you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. As always, 500 is the like goal. If this video reaches 500 likes, I will give a Dexter t-shirt or card game to a subscriber who leaves a comment on this video. Also, if I hit 60,000 subscribers, I will give away 1 Oculus Quest to a subscriber who leaves a comment on the finale video. We can get there. I believe in you. Let's make this happen. So, before I jump into all these scenarios that I came up with in my head, I think it's very important for us to listen to the showrunner creator, Clyde Phillips, who came back to do this final season. Now, if it's a final season, we'll go into that. But he came back to do this, what he had to say about Dexter this season. And then we could take our cues from what this man has said.
Basically, we all wanted to not just redeem the end of season 8, but to acknowledge that time had passed. And this is not Dexter season 9, and to regain the trust of the audience, because I think in the last 4 years, particularly in the last couple of years of the show, all of the code and intimacy and rigor that Dexter would put himself through slipped away, and then the audience was watching a different show than they had signed up for in the first 4 years. And I think we've achieved that. I know we've achieved that in Dexter New Blood.
So right here, we hear him saying right off the bat, they're here to redeem the ending from the final season. What happened the final season? Dexter got away. That's what people were mad about. So the fact that we can say Dexter got away, it's a possibility. But to me, I think it's not truly plausible because he's here to redeem that. Next, he talked about the season finale, and this is what he said in numerous interviews about the season finale.
It's a script I wrote. The director had called me, Marcos had called me and said, he's just finished with this cut and he thinks it's the best thing he's ever directed. And I think it's the best thing I've ever written. And, you know, when we sit in the writing room, we one of the first things we do is talk about, usually, what the ending will be. And then we call that putting our nose against the ending and then walking backward and filling in all the either 10 or 12 episodes. The ending of this one will be stunning, shocking, surprising, unexpected, and without jinxing anything, I will say that the ending of this new season that we're doing will blow up the internet.
So I think we have a few takeaways from what this man has said. First off, he believes it's the best thing that he has ever written. That's good for us. Next, he says that the ending will be shocking, stunning, unexpected, and will blow up the internet. Now, when I look at the top moments of TV shows that blew up the internet, 2 pop up every time. Number 1 is Glenn's death from The Walking Dead. Number 2 is Game of Thrones ending. Number 3 is the Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. And I think there is a common thread between all 3 of these things, that they dealt with shocking deaths, right? Now, not saying that it's not possible for him to survive, but when I look at the most internet-breaking moments from TV shows, those are the 3 that constantly pop up, and they all deal with shocking deaths. That being said, let's go through it right now. how does it happen if Dexter were to go to jail? How could I see that playing out? Well, I think that it's possible that Harrison would have to be involved if that's the case. It could be a situation where Harrison set him up this whole time. The reason why Harrison is there was to set him up. We see Dexter from the opening season that he gets caught on camera, right? He's not prepared for the camera in the woods. We've seen him in Kurt's lair, and in Kurt's lair, he talked about everything that he did out loud. It's not unplausible that there was a video camera with a microphone there and he spilled the beans to everything. That could be the reason why he came back in the first place, was to set him up and get him to admit that he did all these crimes, befriend him, make him think that you want to have a relationship with him so that he could come back and then also tell everyone how he is the Bay Harbor Butcher. It could have been set up by his mother. Well, stepmother, we have no confirmation that she truly is dead. So I could see it easily her having something to do with it. That would be the number one way I think he gets caught. Next, it would have to be something done, with Angela. Does Angela break the case open from the Bay Harbor Butcher stuff? In order for that to happen, to me, I just think that she would have to have evidence. And I think that everything that we've seen so far without a true confession is not enough evidence. Will the blood that got on Harrison's shoe somehow lead to some type of evidence that she can hold against him? We know that Dexter had the nail or the screw that from Kurt sent him from his son that's in there. Did Kurt actually send this to him? Was it sent by Harrison? Does that get discovered in the fire? And that's more evidence. That's the only way I could see her being able to capture him, if she has enough evidence to do so. I don't know if there is, but that's the top ways that I could see him going to jail. If it was a setup by Harrison, or if somehow Angela was able to find enough evidence. Next up would be how he survives. Now, this is the one that I truly don't see happening. I just don't think there's any way he survives this situation. Just like gets away scot-free like he did last time he was out. He said that they were here to change what happened in the last season, and he survived and got away last season, so I can't see them doing the exact same thing this season. But if I have to think of it in my head how he survives, I don't know. It's really hard for me to think of how, but it could be again. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna fake his death again? I don't see it. I just don't see him escaping. And that's the thing. If you do, let me know in the comment section how you can see Dexter actually surviving and getting away. Only way I could say that he survives is that somehow when Angela goes down and sees all those bodies of those girls, and she knows that he kills Kurt, that she lets him go for it and says, just get out of my town, just get out of here, I never want to see you again, just go. I mean, that would be the only way I could see it even happening a little bit, if it's a situation like that. And I don't even think that that's plausible. Everything that we've seen from her is that she's a good cop. And even if she let him go for the murders that Kurt did to those girls, would she let him go for everything else that the Bay Harbor Butcher did? Would she let him go for all those things too? And I just don't see that in her character that we've been showed so far. So I truly don't see him going off with Harrison and living happily ever after. I truly don't see that happening. But if you do, please put it in the comment section and you tell me exactly how you think that happens. Last but not least, and what I think is the most likely thing that's going to happen, is how Dexter dies. Number one would be he ends up on Harrison's table. I always have to go back to the old school movies, which everyone always takes from, and that is Frankenstein's monster, that you always get killed by what you created. if you deal with the Jedis, you could see if there's a Sith and you want to be the new Sith Lord, you have to kill the Master. The Master always gets taken out by the apprentice. And I think that when we look at Harrison's face, when he was killing Kurt, in the beginning, Harrison was all gung-ho. Oh, you saved thousands of lives. This is why you do it. But then at the end of it all, you seen straight up that Harrison was kinda didn't want the blood to touch him, when he actually seen what went into it, when he actually seen how it was when someone actually gets killed, how he chops up the bodies. He really did not want to take any part of it, or he didn't want to hold any part of those bodies at that particular time. Dexter does fit the code. So Harrison, if he does come back and he is the serial killer, and he has the voice of the Trinity killer talking to him inside, just like Dexter has Deb and had Harry, you know, this could be a reason to kill Dexter. You fit the code. If they wanted to do a spin-off show, and that was the case, that they're going to have a spin-off show in this, and Harrison's going to become the new blood, the new killer, he would have to take out the old Master, and then Dexter would have to be the voice talking to him. The writer did say something about that.
Well, first of all, we found Jack Alcott because he was in Good Lord Bird, also for Showtime, and watched him. And insofar as the you trying to pry something out of me about the ending, all I can say is never say never, and that's as far as I can go.
I can also see a scenario where Angela gets too close on evidence, and Harrison says, "Oh, I gotta protect my dad," so he goes out and he's going to kill Angela. But in doing so, Dexter sees it, and Dexter will not allow it to happen. And this is a time where Dexter should kill his son, but he's not able to kill his son. Out of all the people he's killed, he's just not able to do it to his own son. And somehow, when he grabs up Harrison and starts fighting Harrison, Angela wakes up, from the shot that she got, breaks free, sees Dexter fighting Harrison, believes Dexter is the one who knocked her out because she didn't see Harrison do it. And this is Dexter's MO from everything that she's read on and gotten off the internet and off of Molly. While Dexter is struggling with Harrison and he should kill Harrison, she gets her gun, she pulls it out, she shoots and kills Dexter. Harrison is then saved. No one knows anything bad about Harrison, and he goes on to become the new blood killer. I could see it playing out that way for his death. You have to ask yourself, in my opinion, what's more important? Is it important that the people who knew Dexter actually get a chance to shun him? He actually has to face these people. Is that important for you? Or is it more important that he dies or pays for these crimes? If he dies, does he truly pay for these crimes if he didn't know that everyone found out about him? Does he have to be bagged up as the Bay Harbor Butcher? Does Doak's name have to be cleared? I think Doak's name does have to be cleared. If you ask me, I think 100% his name has to be cleared. If Dexter dies, is Doak's name truly cleared? So that's what you have to look at. Again, he also said, internet breaking moment. Is any of these scenarios that I put forth an internet breaking moment to you? Is that what it is? That's what you have to ask yourself, and that's what we have to come up with. Those are scenarios that I could see him dying in. Those are scenarios that I could see him being captured in, and those are the scenarios I see him getting away in. But you tell me in the comment section what you think is going to happen. He also said that no one's going to be able to figure this out. So even though we're trying to speculate, he's saying it's going to be shocking, it's going to be stunning, right? We're not going to be able to pull this off. I don't know what that is. You let me know in the comment section what you think. What moment would be internet breaking to you? Can you come up with an internet breaking moment to end the show? Please put it in the comment section. I'm going to announce the 2 winners of the Dexter t-shirt or card game tonight, live during the live stream that we do. make sure you tune in. Make sure you're subscribed and you've clicked that bell so you can be notified when we go live. We will be going live tonight, and I'll announce those 2 winners during that live stream. Make sure you're there. Again, hit 60K, Oculus Quest 2. Let's get there. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across the realm, and as always, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.